Not first. One, two. Hello. Hey, problem is the camera is mirror. And this makes a rich video. See my photo. Hey, Ali. Hey, Beers. Greetings, Mohammed. Hey, Annie. Welcome, everyone. Do you hear me? Like, well, hello from Pakistan. Welcome. Romy, Fadi, Zayed, Alaikum Salam, Fatima. Welcome, Hunter. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. Welcome, everyone. Lance, are you safe? Do you have to evacuate soon? They have talked about displacing people to the south. Actually, I'm going live for this purpose. I want to share with you the updates discussing the most distressing future that is waiting for us, God forbid. So, yeah, we're going to talk about this, unfortunately. Welcome from America, Bangladesh, India. Welcome, everyone. Well, I'm not okay, nor safe. Unfortunately, they are spreading threats and they're not stopping. You know what I mean? Like, each time you go to the media, they say same exact words. We want to displace the people of Gaza. Thank you, Syed. I appreciate your support. And they also said that they are actually willing to wipe us off from this land. They want no buildings, they want nothing. They want just to take it and displace us. Is it okay that someone, like, is it okay for me to talk about a plan for someone who wants to disalive me, and just take my land? And what's shocking, it's been said publicly as if it was just like a very normal situation. What? This is really mind blowing for me. The audacity for them to go in the media and be so clear about their absolutely inhuman thoughts and decisions. Like, what a world. You know what I mean? Ali, I have a bracelet on right now that I made. It says Free Gaza and I'm American and German. But I love Palestine. My friend is 8 years old and he is Palestinian. I'm 13. Well, that's great. I would like to see the bracelet though. People, I know this is a personal question, but as a Muslim woman, I have always had this concern regarding periods. Do most women around you still get theirs? And if yes, how are you dealing with it? Well, I don't think I'm really prepared to talk about this topic, but why do you associate it with being a Muslim? I don't understand. So actually, the problem is we've got the news that the people who works with the international organizations here in the north of the Gaza Strip, they got declared, like they got threatened, and they've been told that they have 2 weeks to evacuate to the south of the Gaza Strip. Well, I'm not really sure about the accuracy of this news, but it is out there and we've got it. Okay? So we have 2 weeks till they actually start the, like, how can I say? They're actually operating right now. They have like operations and they are bombing. They're not stopping. But after these 2 weeks, they're gonna be like a serious work on this project. You know what I mean? And also, there is something really important I'd like to talk about, which is every time that we have evacuated, before they started the heavy the heavy operation, they warned the international organizations. You know what I mean? So this is something we have had, and it's been proven to be right that every time they warn them, after 2 weeks, the like harsh operation starts, and the civilians actually, unfortunately, get no time and actually no safe place. So now we are in a serious situation where we need to evacuate, but where are we supposed to go to? Everything is destroyed, and nowhere is a safe place. I can confirm. So we're in this kind of confusion. We don't know where to go, and there's no safe place. Add on that the evacuation in itself has a whole another story of loss. You know what I mean? David. Hello from Alabama, USA. Allah bless you and keep you safe. I feel so helpless here, not being able to help and sending you so much love. Thank you, David, for your supportive words. And I know, like, I also put myself in like the other world's position. You know what I mean? People always comments on my video and say, "Oh my God, forgive us, we're helpless, we don't know what to do." But I say, like, if I were in your position, what would I do? Of course, I'm gonna go to media, support the pages who talks about this cause, uh, boycott, donate, whatever I could do. But on the actual political decisions, what can I do? And unfortunately, this is a world where we control nothing. And that's so heartbreaking as a civilian. Hello back. I guess you're used to that right now at this point, right? Can you see me now? Can you see and hear me? Okay. Sian, please move to Jordan if given the chance. Why specifically Jordan? At first place, sand. Borders are closed. This is the most stressing part of it. Like, as a civilian, you are being trapped. Yes, it is a concentration camp. It is an open air prison. Not only that, it is a genocidal place. They are evacuating you, starving you, bombing you, slaughtering you. However, they are not giving you a chance to be alive or to escape. And then they would say like, "Oh, Gaza is not a safe place for civilians, or it's not a place that is livable, and we want them to move into another place for them to be living like in a safe place." Well, and they would call it a voluntarily displacement or a voluntarily migration. No, that is not a voluntarily migration. That is a forced migration because you destroyed everything. You're destroying systematically everything, wiping everything off. No hospitals, no schools, no nothing. And then you are acting as if you are giving us a chance of the life. Oh, escape, escape. God, like, what are you talking about? Be so for real. You know what I mean? They are so hypocrite and they're so blunt about it. They aren't hiding it anymore, yes. And they weren't even trying to hide it. You know what I mean? Whether now or in the past, they never actually hid it. Tan, Randa, please tell me if you have dealt with depression. Thank you. Thank you, Tan. Yes. I don't think actually I am beaten depression, you know? I feel it comes and goes. I mean, I feel like helpless and I feel trapped. I feel I'm in a position in life where I control nothing. And I started going into the mindset of stoicism, actually, which actually encourages you if you are in a position where you don't have any control over your community or your environment to actually look for things that you can control to yourself, your thoughts, your actions. I've been really for such a long time since I've lost my home in June, so full 2 months. I've been really negotiating with my brain. I want to buy a new journal and start journaling my thoughts because I think that could help. Fun fact, we as humans, when we feel sad, we feel like having a lot of negativity, and we go to other person to vent, for example, or to talk about our sadness, our emotions, and share it. There are some like thoughts that we do such an activity because we think that our sadness now has we have a copy of our emotions, our thoughts with another person. So that makes us a bit feeling safe. You know what I mean? So that why we as a human need to say our thoughts and share it what like with the other one. But as a person who doesn't like to do that, I do not like it. I hate it. I hate dumping my negativity on someone. I don't know. I feel I don't know. I don't feel really a fan of this kind of a relieving activity or something. You know what I mean? So uh, I've been for so long going to the other side or the other version of this activity, which is journaling. Whenever I'm mad, whenever I'm sad, feeling depressed, or having thought or daydreaming, whatever, I would go in the journal, write my thoughts. So I clearly would be having a copy of my thoughts, tricking my brain, so feeling a bit relieved. But after losing my journals, um when we lost our home, I am now debating with my brain every single day. Thank you, Anna, for your support. I appreciate it. Um, what one part of me says, yes, buy a new journal. gonna relieve your thoughts. It's gonna make you a bit like more a bit relaxed, a bit your brain a bit empty, etc. But the thing is, I don't want to be attached to a material because my journal would be I would feel like it is just as a friend, my best friend, and I have to keep it, look after it. But we are in such instability. Right now, we are facing the risk of evacuation. We are facing the risk of relocating. We are facing the risk of being, uh, I don't know, I don't want to say. But the problem is, I find it so hard to keep on materials in such an environment. And it really stresses me. This is causing me stress every single day. I want to journal. But and also there's like, okay, why don't you, for example, journal on your phone? I don't feel comfortable doing that. It doesn't give me the I want to write my thoughts. Thank you, Afay Ahmed, for your support. I appreciate it. But the problem is, I don't want to get another material, get attached to it, and then face the risk of losing it, lose all my copies of thoughts, of goals, of like dreams. You know what I mean? This is something I'm really stressed about. So, for the depression thing, as I said in the last slide before here, I've talked about a period of time, maybe 2 weeks. I've been really doing miserable mentally. I was really so sad and I was mad. Uh, but at the end of the day, it turns out that the the thing that was causing me that so much of depression, sadness, negativity was actually 20% of my pollens, which was I had pollen in studying math for so long. But the moment I felt that I had some kind of achievement in the math and some kind of understanding, I felt like, oh, okay, I can be relieved now, So it somehow gave me back some of the good vibes, you know what I mean? Giada Santos. Francois, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. So, I'm actually, I don't know if I could tell you that I'm 100% over depression, as I said. And sometimes I feel confused. Like, am I really depressed or am I just being stressed over things that I am actually living? You know what I mean? But the journaling is a big source of my anxiety. I don't know. I'm the kind of person who likes to understand themselves really, really well. So whenever I'm having an emotion, I love to just sit and listen to myself and talk back and forth with myself to fully understand where this feeling comes from. Like, what is the core problem? Okay, how can we solve it? Okay, let's analyze it. You know what I mean? So, being stuck, not knowing how to solve this problem and whether it has a solution or not, is a phase that stresses me. know that you put on, and it's not your fault. You just want to live your life, and they won't let you. They won't let you. Yes, they won't let me. But I actually always like hope that they find its way to us. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel really, really helpless. Okay. Okay. Hello, Fernando. It's my first time seeing you live. Oh, welcome. Hello, then. This is the thing. I don't want to be like um negativity dumping on you, so it would be so uncomfortable sharing my thoughts and being authentic. Maybe someone on the other side of the world not actually suffering displacement and instability, but may share the same feelings I have. You know what I mean? Artist, Art Sparkle, we are here for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Randa, you're not mind being shared your thoughts with. I don't feel understood. Sarah, you're more emotionally mature than the people in power. I don't think that's a happy thing. I hope they are mature enough than me to take really mature decisions, but unfortunately, here we are. Audio has a slight buzz. Oh, thank you for telling me. Let me see how can I fix it. Is it fixed now? Tell me. Does the voice still has buzzing? Gas? Oh, this is bad. Let me see. How about now? Oh my god. Lives in Gaza are insane. I mean, really insane. B Ben 73. Are you happy now? Okay. Hello. Okay. Much better. Okay, that's great. Just deal with it. Tiki says, just deal with it. Thank you, girl. Okay. Okay. I saw someone here asking a question. Wait a minute. I can't understand sign language. Is there almond in your area? Yes, but unfortunately, maybe I'm not lucky enough to capture it on camera. Actually, unfortunately, uh, they like we've got these uh, the groups that we've got used from. This says they threatens a large amount of areas in Gaza Strip. If they don't get a deal for 60 days, then they will these areas, which is basically the north of Gaza. So that is so bad. 10. Do you pray and how do you maintain faith? Because I have problems sometimes. Well, I actually pray. If you're a Muslim, are you a Muslim? We as Muslims praise 5 times a day, okay, regularly. And for the faith, I've actually talked about it a bit in the last live, but I'm gonna share it here. Here's my thing. You know, when you are you here? Okay. Are you here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? There's a buzz. What am I supposed to do? What am I? Okay. Flatity. Oh, who's this one who's using my emoji? The shiny sun from the watermelon? That is so amazing. Okay, no buzz. Thank you. Thank you, Cabber. He says no buzz. Okay. Okay. We were talking about faith. I'm not here to brag that, oh, I have the strongest faith or something, but I'm just gonna share my thoughts about this thing. You know what I mean? If you're a person who believes there is a God and you believe in that God, so you were, you were, you will logically believe that He is the Almighty, the most knowing, the best ever, who knows every decision, what's better and what is best for you. Or otherwise, He isn't the most capable or the most strong, so it wouldn't be a God. So, if I believe in God, I completely and I mightly believe that what I'm going through and the my life scenario is the best scenario I would have ever lived. Okay, I don't like it. Maybe I'm like it. It depends. But the thing is, do I believe this is the best scenario I could have ever lived? Then, well, okay. Like 40% of the problem solved. 50%. Now, the other part is that was the struggle for me was I believe there's a God, and of course, I believe that the instability we're having, the hardship we're having, is the best like life scenario we could have ever lived, and I know that ease would come. God's support is coming, and is God's support is actually with us during this hardship. Like for example, my situation is maybe a lot better of other people. Like we have kids dying from hunger, friends died. I've got a meal for the day. You know what I mean? So there is God's support with me during this hardship. But my thing was, okay, I believe all of this, but I want also to be happy during this hardship. I'm not worried about my future. I know it's secured. I'm not worried about the present. I know he is supporting me, and he actually supports me in many like ways that I am grateful for. For example, the community that I was able to make, it is amazing. I know that I was willing to make a community like before this war too, but maybe it would have been this bigger. It wouldn't been this great. You know what I mean? So we don't know, but I trust in the decisions. So the thing is, okay, I believe this hardship like it is meant to be, and it is the best to be. Not the best in real life, but in God's plans. So my thing is, I want to live happy during this hardship. So I was really looking, I know lessons that would be like, oh, happiness comes from the inside to the outside. If you would like to be happy, you just do something that makes you happy. You know what I mean? Listen to music, go out for a walk. Well, if I went out to the walk, I may not come back. You know what I mean? So okay, I struggled in this thing. How can I make my happy moment in such a reality? But I, um, so this question was really occupying my mind for a long time, and it is actually now occupying my mind. I'm trying to find answers for it. You know what I mean? Let me think. Hold on. I feel like if you are listening closely, you are having a hard time. Hello, am I back? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. I was giving such a golden advice, and they just decided they don't want to hear it. What? So rude. What was my last sentence actually to say? Because here's the thing, I would be just talking, and suddenly I would see the live chat frozen. So I'd be like, did I say something wrong? No one is interacting. You know what I mean? And then, ah, the whole page is gone. Like, what? Oh my goodness. Good evening. Thank you for talking to us. This there is background noise we can see and hear, but there is a zinging noise in the background. It is this mic. This is the bad guy. Oh my goodness. Wait. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me? Yes, clear and loud. Oh my god, this is so great. Much better, actually. Oh, okay. Mhm. This is amazing. You know why? Because this is my headphone. This is my dad's, and I've been using my dad's for all my streams. You know what I mean? Because when editing, I would be, for example, trying to voice over. I tried to use my mic, which is this one, and it had the buzzing sound. It was so noisy. Not bad, not really good. What? Really bad. But my dad's, when I tried to use it a couple times, sometimes it would be so clear and sometimes had a bit of buzzing, as you said. So this is really astonishing because this is the worst one and is doing well. I feel, I don't know, confusing. Okay, so um, the most important thing that I was saying when the internet went out is if you're a person feeling sad, depressed, or want to give up this life, I mean, look around you. If you're not in a war zone, not in a genocide, you're in a safe and secure place, you can secure your meal for the day. You're fine. You're fine, man. Stop letting your mind delusioning yourself. Don't be delusional. You may feel tough, stressed, maybe not secure at job or not having good grades. Whatever you are, the situation, it can be solved easily. And just think about it. You have the possibility to go out to the street and walk, breathe in clean air, make friendships with strangers. So let's just try to try the odds. You know what I mean? Let yourself out. And I really am invested in bringing life before social media. What does that mean? I mean, before social media and AI specifically, people would have just normal conversation with each other, and you would, for example, notice that your parents, your grandpas are more open to live social situation talks more than us Gen Z, Gen Alpha, because we spend a lot of time on the screen. But if you have the opportunity to go in the street, go to the store, open a small talk with the seller, with anyone there, you know what I mean? So, uh, get out of the books, refresh your mind. That is my thing. I wish I could go on the street, walk like at 6 a.m. in the morning or 5 a.m., have a little walk to the sea, having fresh air, not fearing that I won't actually come back. One of the things that I'm really eager to have or to do is to go to the sea. Unfortunately, they banned us from going to the sea. Ah, how tough. I love the sea. I love the sea. Like, I love the sea, man. I'm really each day about like I would be telling my dad, I want to go to see it. Like just take me once, you know what I mean? And my mom would be no, they are threatening everyone going there. Don't risk it. You know what I mean? So sad for me. Aisha, the sea is yours and will be always. I hope so. It is actually ours, but I want to be able to visit it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Kyoto had Gaza has the best beach. Yes, that's why they are fighting. They wanted it. Like, you know what I mean? So. Watching from India, peace. Welcome. Very soon, not only the sea, but the whole of Palestine would be free, inshallah. Inshallah, of course. Yes, thank you, Live Nations, for hoping that I get to visit the sea one day. I really hope to. Huh. I think now you're gonna hear the prayer for Isha. Do you hear it? It's about to go out. Do you have any questions? Can you continue about what you were saying before the glitches started? Can you actually help me and tell me what was the last sentence that you've heard so I could complete? SG. So the last live, the last. Um, can you hear it? Can you hear the sound? The Isha prayer is actually the call for the prayer is actually going. Yeah. Can you hear it clearly though? Yes. Okay. Mhm. If you're a Muslim, you would understand. If you're a Christian, you may be like, ah, what is this? Oh, Brit, I'm Christian but have Muslim friends. That is great. We finished praying here. In Oman? Is this the flag of Oman? Tell me. Wow, this is a beautiful. This is beautiful. Reminder, you remind us of good things. Thank you. From Bangladesh, welcome. We don't need to be Muslims to help others. Exactly. You only need to be a human. Just as simple as that. Maria, how could you make your accent as perfect as it is? Well, I've talked about this in. I think we're used to that. Like, this is the normal. Okay. I had two questions. The last one was talking about my English. Well, my dear, I've talked about that in detail on my fourth live. All my secrets, what I do to get this accent, to actually gain vocabs whatsoever. You can check it out on the channel. And for SJ that asked about thank you for your commitment actually. The last live she asked me about my name's meaning, and I said to her it's a long story. So I would share it in the next live. Well, welcome. She came. I don't know. Is it she or he? Okay. Let me tell you the story. Well, actually, I was named after my grandma. May her soul rest in peace. Uh, she had suffered from cancer and passed away. My parent, I think he was maybe 20 at a time. So when he got married, as he is the eldest, and I'm the eldest, so he named me after her name. And actually, Randa means, not means, it actually comes from a tree's name that is شجرة الرند, which is Rand's tree, that's the name. And this tree has a really beautiful smell. That is it. Not pretty much, but that is it. And I'm so happy with the name. I feel it's so simple. Like, you know what I mean? It matches really all the languages. You know what I mean? I don't feel someone would be feeling hardship saying my name, and it's really good. Of course, it's a pretty name. It's my grandma's name. Duh. Okay. Arabic is a beautiful language. It is. And if you have tried to take a look in the Arabic poems, you will feel the beauty. Thank you, TPS, for your support. I appreciate it. Despite being Hindu, I support Palestine. I love from Nepal. Don't give up. Where it is with you. This war is not religious war. It is total genocide. Don't give up. I actually agree with you. You, as I said, you only have to be a human to support such a cause. Thank you for your support. What is an interesting fact about Gaza? Well, you came into my field. The most interesting thing about Gaza is that we had the least percentage for illiterate people. You know what I mean? It was really, really so low in the world. You know, we have the lowest rate for illiterate people in the world. And this is really astonishing, maybe for some people. You know what I mean? I want to give you the accurate percentage. So hold on. Yes, welcome. In 1997, it was 13.7. In 1997. Now, in 2023, it was 1.9%. Could you believe this? So, almost 98.2% of the population in Gaza are actually well educated people. Could you understand? Could you believe it? So, um, for like 1.8%, it was around 1% male, and you know what I mean? So, it is so low. Could you believe it? Yes, overall literacy as of 2022, the adult literacy rate in West Bank and Gaza was combined 98. Yes. See? We are really well educated people, and it's not like, oh, we are well educated people. It's that unfortunately a lot of people only knows Gazans as of today, as of the genocide. They see the hungry children, the starving kids, they see the widows, they see the people suffering in water lines, but they did not see how great the community of Gaza people were. You know what I mean? And this is so frustrating for someone here in Gaza, because like when I see someone, for example, in the social media, like living in a great house, having a meal, and just normal vlog, and I say like, we were just like you know what I mean? But unfortunately, we've been trapped here for over 2 years, and no one is actually paying attention. It is frustrating. Love from Mexico City. Welcome. SJ, did you go to international American school based with English? No. I've actually, the interesting thing is, I've enabled my subscribers to make community posts on my channel. You know what I mean? So someone posted this. He said, some in Gazan vlogger. I mean, I think he was talking about Yusuf and his little brother. We're going to the International American School. She asked, she was Katie, I think, named. She asked if I went also to that school, so that's why my English is that good. And no, my answer is no, I did not go. And the I spent the elementary and prep school at honor was schools. I've talked about that in my fourth life. It was amazing. And the and then we have the secondary school. I've went to an Islamic school. It is Azhar Institute, which is it's an Islamic school. You know what I mean? And now I am in the governmental schools, trying to finish. Video washer. It's a very Western perspective to associate poverty and the appearance of material struggle with a lack of education. Many people in the West, US America here, assume poor people are stupid. That is more than correct. And also, let me add this, people really prefer, in order to believe you, like you are struggling, prefer to see you as a perfect victim. So if I am going up here and I would talk that we have no materials, famine is actually taking place in Gaza and kids are dying, I must be so thin and my face must be gray, you know what I mean? As if I'm talking about myself. So they would believe that, yes, I'm a victim, I'm suffering. But if I went in this, like, they would be going, oh, you don't look as if you were in a famine, you don't look like you don't have a meal, etc. You know what I mean? And this is actually gives me a point of view that people actually aren't working on their logical skills in order to negotiate with someone or to debate. And that's mind blowing. You know what I mean? Sayed, it is an interesting thought, but another important thing is your level of faith and belief, Aqida. Um, I bet you're a Muslim. I understand what you said. But what is it, the interesting thought? Thank you, elevated vibrational. What's the. I can't read the rest of the name, but thank you for your support. Tulips. Hello, can you say Assalamu alaikum? Salma is my wish. Oh, Assalamu alaikum, Salma. Welcome. I said it, tulips. Could you hear me? Um, I had really an interesting. What am I? Why am I really just brushing with? Um, okay. Have you seen my last short on YouTube about jet to holiday? Nothing beats you jet to holiday. Yes. Okay. Darling on my hand. Okay. Well, as someone who really, really, really is interested in, like voice acting and voiceovering, I am really fascinated by the British accent. I feel I feel is interesting. You know what I mean? Because from my perspective, not a lot of people are really able to master it or understand it. I, for example, do not understand Adele in their interviews. So, you know what I mean? So I feel it's unique. So, what? How about I try to, and this is actually one of my language tips, is to try to mimic the accent you want to about yeah, you want, sorry, to mimic the accent you want to master. You know what I mean? So, British accent is kind of cute without the in it. No, I don't agree with you. I don't think, darling. Okay. I've lived in Britain in the past. The accent really is impossible to understand in some parts there. Couldn't you understand my accent? Actually, yes, I understand your point of view. Um, I don't know if you can understand me. I remember this interview with a guy from Britain. He was talking about some football match, and he was like about Manchester United, and he was like wearing red. I don't know. Can you understand what I'm talking about? I do not. Okay. Vinyl Idol, thank you for your support. Love from California. Welcome, Free Palestine, of course. Beautiful. All you need is tea and a UK football jersey. Do you think so, video watcher? Okay. Okay. Football. Football. Let me tell you something, SJ. I was trying to read the letters you've written, but I don't think I would. I didn't get it, but once I said it, I understood they would saying football. You know what I mean? Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi, Ella. Welcome. Okay. Um, you're being of light. Greetings from Spain. Free Palestine. Thank you, Mara. Oh well, wait. I told you before that I've tried to learn Spanish for quite a decent, maybe 2 months. Um, gracias. Gracias. Is it Italy? Is it Italian or Spanish? Gracias. Tell me. I started mixing. Did you pick the accent watching from online? Yes. Surprisingly, I haven't been to any foreign English speaking country. So I don't know why you make me feel that it is like, wow, my accent is so good and I'm really like doing something unimaginable. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just a process and practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? Gracias is Spanish and grazie is Italian. Okay, so then, well, Pippin. I know. Okay, I want to say, but if first of all, I want to know the translation. I don't want to be saying words I don't understand. Ray Bob, how do you speak English so well if you've never been to English speaking country? Could you please tell me where you're from? Like, you know what I mean? So I would understand. I've actually, this is, I think it is the 100th time that I'm gonna share this, is I've talked how I learned English in details in my fourth live. I want to put the link in the description so you would understand, watch it later, and maybe get benefited from the tips that I gave. Let me. Hello. Hello. I'm trusting you. Is that really meaning, hey, how are you, mate? ¿Cómo está, Blado? Blado. Is it? Okay, wait a minute. Um, the link is in the description now. You can check it out. I'm from Algeria. Welcome. Can you give us a view of your home from outside? Just want to see. And what time is it now? And also, do you lose any fuel member? Many questions here. Why would you see my home from the outside? First of all, I've lost my home. Looks like you're not a real follower. I've lost my home in June. Welcome. Of course, I don't need view. What a thing, Yani. Okay, that's not an appropriate question. I agree. Okay, do you have any question? Yes, you're right, bloody teeth. What is this thing? I mean, if like saying your name feels like YouTube would be like, oh, what is she saying? What is she talking about? This is the troll probably getting paid to do this because he has nothing better to do with his life. Yes, and I've been watching on Reels this song that the winners takes it all and losers is gonna fall, whatever that was. But okay, teach us how to say hi in Arabic. It is actually so easy. مرحبا. مرحبا. It looks like can you hear the bullets? Can you hear it? It looks like the Turkish word merhaba, merhaba. So we said marhaban or marhaba. But religiously, as Muslims, we say assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you, be upon you. Assalamu, assalamu alaikum. Yes. Can you understand the Sudanese dialect or Chadian dialect of Arabic? Sudanese, not pretty much, but I could get like the basic thoughts. You know what I mean? When you're, for example, when I started learning English, I hear a sound or a voice, I wouldn't catch all the words, but I would understand the basic points. You know what I mean? But what do you mean by Chadian dialect? I don't understand you. We usually say Assalamu alaikum as the main greeting in Pakistan too. Yes, that's good. Chad is a country in Africa, but wait, are you gonna prove me wrong? I don't know that Chad is an Arabic country. Wait a second. Holy God, this is so gonna be bad. No, it isn't. Yes, Chad is not officially considered an Arab country. I was for a second revising. my like geographical information. Like, what? Chad is an Arabic country? We've studied actually in school that the Arabic countries are 22 countries, and Chad is not one of them. So yeah, they speak Arabic. Oh, that's great. It's incredible that you're going through so much devastation and you're so sweet. Palestinians are truly incredible. Americans' world crumbles tree climb if a tree limb falls the wrong way. Well, thank you for your supportive words. Um, I don't actually have a word about the American world because I'm not an American citizen. But of course, as I always agree that we can't say a phrase on a collective way. We can't collectively judge a large amount and diverse amount of people. You know what I mean? So you could be specific. I mean, we're screaming for you every day in England. You mean protesting? Thank you for your support. I appreciate that you are still supporting into going into the right side of history and not falling for the propaganda. You know what I mean? Um, I like the animal question asked Adolf. Who's Adolf? Let me see. I don't see it. If anyone who has that question, rewrite it so I would see it. Dear Randa, you were well and intelligent to live while still going to school and studying physics to be very inspiring. May God continue to keep you safe amid the world rid itself of green and spite. I don't feel I understood the last sentence, but thank you for your support. But unfortunately, there's no schools here. I'm doing all on my own, and I'm not here to brag like, oh, I'm doing work on my own. No, I'm actually pointing out a very important question. Here in Gaza, we unfortunately have been forced to pass 2 educational years without being able to go to school. And I'm not talking about my generation, I'm talking about all the younger generations here in Gaza. And this is very, very disturbing because, as I've said earlier, we are a country having a literate rate of 98%, and then we get 2 full educational years without really education. So that is a huge problem. You know what I mean? Is your family originally from Gaza or from other parts of the occupied Palestinian territories? We're actually from Asqalan, or as they say, Ashkelon. It's very near to Gaza. It's actually also in on the Mediterranean Sea. And on 1948, my grandparent was around 5 years, 6 years old, and he had to evacuate with his family. And the nearest spot was Gaza. So no, I'm not originally from Gaza. That is so horrible. I absolutely hated virtual classes during the quarantine. Yes, I can't imagine how it is to have school during war. You're real, so strong and determined. Thank you. And I can tell you, it's horrible. It was like, I also, during the Corona and COVID, we had attended like virtual schools too, and it was horrible enough. But now I have to study without virtual classes and on my own, dig into the information and teachings on YouTube. It is tough. That is something to brag about. Stay proud of your hard work. Who will pay off someday, of course. The next generations will need to remember the stories and languages passed down to you. Yes. The problem is if we get to really evacuate from the Gaza Strip to the south of the Gaza Strip, our most important problem is how are we gonna take our belongings with us? I mean, we've already lost everything on our home when it get demolished, but now we've like got new clothes, for example, some things to carry on. You know what I mean? So now during the evacuation, there would be no transportation because there is no gas for the cycles. What do you call it? The motorcycles, cars. You know what I mean? So it is hard on all aspects. No place, no way to take your belongings, and now we have to buy everything from scratch. We have to buy new mattresses, new blankets. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna start over for the hundredth time now. Really, yeah, something really gets on my nerve. I don't want to evacuate, guys. Like, leave me alone. Oh my goodness. I have friends in the West Bank that are from Gaza and areas near Tel Aviv. The Nakba scattered them everywhere. Yes, I'm from India. We Indians sympathize for Gazans and are recognize the Palestine as a right to exist as an independent state. A protest will be staged in my city, Mumbai, on 20th of August against Israel. Well, I appreciate everyone who supports humanity and justice, and it is actually more than enough to know that this person is actually having a fair mindedness in a world full of hypocrisy and nonsense. New Islamic icon. Hello, sis. Can you hear me? No, I cannot hear you, but I can read your words. The constant evacuations are so cruel. It is just moving you from one danger zone to another. Exactly. Exactly. Like, like, what are you playing? You know what I mean? Just playing and acting from the whole world. Yeah, we are so human. We are so good that we evacuate them. We warn them to go to certain places and then bomb them on these places because they do not listen. It's not our fault. Oh my gosh. I'm not Arab. I'm not Muslim and shamefully live in America. But I support the nations organizing, bringing awareness and boycotting, and of course, keeping all of you in my prayers. I support and I appreciate your support. And of course, you don't have to be an Arab or a Muslim to support this case. Hola. I know it's been a really long time. Hello. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. It's been a long time of a lag. So thank you, Sahid, for your support. And thank you, IZ, also. And thank you, Asod, for your membership gifts. Thank you. Hello. Do you need some moderators to keep the chat clean? Well, actually, I have one, but he isn't working at the time because he is busy. You know what I mean? So maybe in the next life it would be better. By the way, do you see me clearly? Tell me. I think now the lighting is better, right? I feel the video is pixeled. Is it pixeled, guys? Dina, hello. Can you see you clearly? Okay. I want to say that you are an incredible and impressive young lady. Thank you, Dina, for your support. Mama is actually with me turning the flash, so hopefully you can see me right. Okay, great. Free Palestine. Can you please answer if Amr Ismail is okay? I actually don't know. How would I know? Sorry, but how? If you have now, I'm gonna give you limited edition. Only I'm gonna be picking three of your questions to ask my mom, and we will get the answer live as she's now with me. So, if you have a question for a mother in Gaza Strip, write it at the chat so we would pick three of your questions. Lots and lots of love and prayers to you and your family from India. Thank you. Hello to Randa's mother, Sophie. They're like, hello. Hi. Sending love and respect from London. The recent pro Palestine march I was on had over 300,000 people and boycotting Coca Cola from Robert. That is actually great. Thank you for sharing that with me. Mm-hmm. Pink, في بقول لك how are you doing Randa's mom كيف حالك يا أم رندا. She tells you under the support of God, like she is living with the support of God, so she feels supported by God, let's say. How is it being a mom in Gaza؟ تعال بحكيك إنه كيف شعورك كأم في غزة؟ مم. 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 So, here's the answer. I'm trying to translate it. She said, although she believes that everything is from God and there is like a good beliefs, but she also lives in a constant stress and concerning about her kids uh, here in Gaza, of course. And she always prays that the God would preserve us, preserve our health, and keep us safe, and actually be in a safe place. Tell your mom that the mothers of compassion adore her and admire her struggle. May Guanshin bless you and all your kin. Your kids, you mean. But what do you mean, Guanshin? You mean like a god you follow or something? Something like that? Mm. So my mom actually tells you that she is so grateful for that human emotion that you hold for mothers here in Gaza. And now we are having the last question for my mother from Gaza. Kyla, what is your spirit? Thank you, Kyla, for your support. And Kyla asks, what is your favorite activity to keep your spirits up? ايش ال So, as an answer for Kyla, for my mom's favorite activity to keep her spirits up is to actually talk to God. Talk to God in a way that she is certain that God would answer her prayers and would definitely get all the best and the ease during this journey. So yeah, you look troubled, Gaza, Randa. You're breaking my heart. I'm actually really troubled because I'm stressed about evacuating and losing everything and starting from scratch. Such a stressing situation. Asian, God bless you, sister. Thank you for your support. I mean, me and you. And I've discovered that there is here a plus button that says engage with your audience. I'm gonna try. Okay, I could ask you a question or start a poll. I'm thinking, I don't know. I was thought that I would be able to like give a chance to some of you to actually join me on the live. How about that? Thank you, Shaggy, for your support. I appreciate it. Your man is unmatched. Make Allah grant a free Palestine for all. Ameen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ameen. But thank you for your thought that my iman is not is unmatched. But it's a journey, and I'm just learning. I hope I'm doing well. So, I was thinking about like giving you a chance for anyone who'd like to ask me like live, to join the live with me, to join the screen. Can we do this on YouTube? I don't know. What do you think about this idea? Would you actually be interested in joining the live, the screen? What do you think? Tell me. Answer the poll. I dropped a poll. Yes or no? Tell me. But I don't know how could we make this actually happen. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure it out. Your 2080 conversation helped me very much get the hard stuff done first. I'm really glad that I benefit benefited you in any way possible. That is great. Polycode, thank you for your support. I've been an activist for Gaza longer than you've been alive. Okay. I would love to interview you. Well, send me the details in the DM on Instagram and we'll see. Maybe you could have people call in over Instagram or some other platform you use and have them speak on your live stream like that. Yes, I don't. This is the thing that I'm not sure about is can I do it here on YouTube or not? You know what I mean? So this is the something I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Mm-mm-mm. It looks like no, there's no way. You know what I mean? It looks like there's no way uh, for people to go live here. So I don't know. Before you start the live, yes, maybe that's a thing in Zoom or Discord, and they stream it. So maybe we are not able to do that. What time is it in your country? Tell me. I see it's been a really long time here, so could you comment where are you from and what time is it in your country right now? You have to join with someone else before and then start live together. Maybe. Restream lets you bring in people, but you might need some kind of streaming software in order to do that. Maybe. Please, if you're gonna write the time you have in your country, do not write it in 24 system. Write it in a 12 system. So you could easily be saying, oh, it is 1 a.m., 1 p.m. You don't have to write 13. You know what I mean? Like 254 in Lebanon. Same here. 12, yes. 1240, 1224 India, welcome. Huh. Oh, oh, 20. Okay. You mean 12? Okay, 12 a.m., 9, 8 in Germany, 7. So they're almost like, okay, 12, almost 1 a.m. in Mexico, 8, 1. Okay. But let's say, because that's what it's called by indigenous folks. Ota. Oh, Ota. So Ota is called Turtle Island by the indigenous people. New information. Switzerland. I think the Western world is figuring out how to interact with the rest of the world. What does that mean? You're so real for that. It is not the United States. It's Turtle Island. Are you gonna argue in the chat? I know. Like they claimed it's theirs, and now they change everything. Mhm. A lot of Bangladesh, Scotland. Uh huh. New York. Great. There was a protest today in Poland. That is good news to hear. Okay. I think it's been a lot of time for me here. I hope you enjoyed this live as I did. And this was my actually quick update on Gaza, talking about my fears, the things that I'm stressing over for the future, which is the suffering that has been going and continuing for over 2 years, and yet the world seems not careful enough. I do not actually know what is wrong with this world, and yeah. Oh no, I'm not arguing. The indigenous people of the United States called it many names, but Turtle Island is what it is was called. Proudly, it is like calling New Zealand Ontario. It's the proper name. Absolutely, there's no problem to know the original names of the places. You know what I mean? On the contrast, I actually encourage that. But yes, the natives called it Turtle Island before the English colonized and occupied them. Much similarities between the Native Americans and Palestinians. I do agree with this completely. Please watch the entire ads in this video. So thank you, Alma. Please tell your family we said hello. بيحكوا لك hello. بيحكوا لك كل عائلتك كلهم. كلكم مرحبا. My mom tells you that we have a shared feeling of love and peace together. You know what I mean? My parents actually been saying this thing that your followers are so cute. Like they would go in videos being so nice, so supportive, and whenever there is someone trying to criticize or say something bad, um, they would be answering him, and like taking revenge on your side, and this was just so good. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so good at doing this. Chris, hopefully they have different outcomes. Only 1.2 of Americans are natives. It's nearly a total genocide. Um, I hope we really get a different outcome. At least, like, that is bad enough, but that happens like 100 years ago, and we are supposed to be in a better place now, in a much modern world. You know what I mean? So this is the astonishing thing, that how would they let such a thing to happen again in history? You know what I mean? I'm native to Crater Lake. Its original name is Jiwas. I have to go now, but it's always nice to see you, Randa. Stay safe, and I look forward to the next stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. And of course, no problem. Take your time. Lara, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Watching from England, welcome. USA has been killing natives for over 400 years now. And that is something so sad about massacres, is that when we talk about it as a history, we actually don't like treat like history or informations as if they were real people with lives and memories, dreams, friendships. You know what I mean? They treat them as numbers. And that was my first goal of making this YouTube channels on behalf of me, my family, that I want to stand up for ourselves and talk and show the world that we are not numbers. We are such humans, have lives, have dreams, have ambitions, have everything a normal human has. That is pretty it. Exactly, people are humans with souls regardless of anything. Yes. Mm. Okay, everyone, thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining. I love you all, and I really appreciate your precious time and your support for going and supporting this live. Hope to see you soon. See you next